is Jennifer Mugrauer. I am from Rutgers University, and I'll be reading The Invisible Man by H.G. Wells. He stood up abruptly and then knelt down on the ground by the side of the thing unseen. There was a pushing and shuffling, and the sound of heavy feet as fresh people turned up to increase the pressure of the crowd. People now were coming out of the houses. The doors of the Jolly Cricketers were suddenly wide open. Very little was said. Kemp felt about, his hands seeming to pass through empty air. "He's not breathing," he said, and then, "I can't feel his heart." He sighed. Ugh. Suddenly an old woman, peering under the arm of the big laborer, screamed sharply. "Looky here," she said, and thrust out a wrinkled finger. And looking where she pointed, everyone saw, faint and transparent as though it was made of glass, so that veins and arteries and bones and nerves could be distinguished, the outline of a hand limp and prone. It grew clouded and opaque, even as they stared. "Hello," cried the constable, "here's his feet a-showin'." And so, slowly, beginning at his hands and feet and creeping along his limbs to the vital centers of his body, that strange change continued. It was like the slow spreading of a poison. First came the little white nerves, a hazy gray sketch of a limb, then the glassy bones and intricate arteries, then the flesh and skin, first a faint fogginess, and then growing rapidly dense and opaque. Presently they could see his crushed chest and his shoulders, and the dim outline of his drawn and battered features. When at last the crowd made way for Kemp to stand erect, there lay, naked and pitiful on the ground, the bruised and broken body of a young man about 30. His hair and beard were white, not gray with age, but white with the whiteness of albinism, and his eyes were like garnets. His hands were clenched, his eyes wide open, and his expression was one of anger and dismay.